Hey there, guys. I've been offline for quite a while. I mentioned in the last video I posted like a week ago that I had some bad weather coming my direction. The news forecasters saying there was a chance that the hurricane would turn before it got to my area. It did not, and Hurricane Ida took out the power and internet in my entire area for a long time. It's a pretty major hurricane. It, destroyed people's houses, etc. Thankfully, I'm fine. My house has no real damage other than some minor wind damage from the roof. Just some shingles blown off. That's, super minor, especially compared to people losing their entire homes. But thankfully, I personally was not too much affected. Other than the power and the internet being gone and still gone at the current time, I still have no power to my house. My whole neighborhood is still out, but they have been working on it, and they fixed some broken, power line poles today, and that fixed the internet apparently. I do have a generator which powers my house. It's a very small generator. It can only power very, very few things at a time. It can't really handle for like cooling or anything like that, but it can run like my modem and my computer. So I recorded my anniversary appreciation polls a few days ago. So we're gonna watch this while I just give you more updates. This is a recording I did on my phone that I'm now just re-recording, as you can watch. So this was already done a few days ago. But anyway, yeah. So this storm knocked out power for. The power is still out, but let me turn this down slightly. But yeah, during especially the first day of the storm, after the storm, even cell phone mobile data was just a nightmare. It was just overloaded. You couldn't really connect, etc. So it was pretty crazy. I still managed to keep my login streak going for Brave Exvius, but that would involve walking around my yard with my phone held above my head, trying to get a signal, getting a signal, connecting for a minute, and then all of a sudden losing the cell service signal. So yeah, the first few days were crazy, but I was still able to keep my login streak going, which is kind of amusing. I just couldn't really play the game. I couldn't really do anything. Of course, and as each day goes by, the self-service, got better. And now today the self-service is mostly fine, but also my internet is now back, although I still have no power, which is not fun. It is so hot. Like I said, my generator is an extremely cheap generator. It can barely power anything. If you try to turn on the AC, it flips the generator and the circuits flip, and it doesn't work. So it is so unbelievably hot, and which is why, unless I get my actual main power restored in the next few days, I probably still won't be posting many videos, because sitting in where my computer is in my house, my little office, with no circulation, no AC, tiny room, it's 100+ degrees, and just the computer being on makes it even hotter. So I'm dripping with sweat right now as I'm doing this video. So it is not fun. It is not fun. No one likes a hurricane, especially a major hurricane like this one. So it was what was this, day 6, day 7 of no power. Finally got the internet though, which is great. So at the very least, I can now at least sit on my phone with the generator and in the heat, but at least I can now connect to the Wi-Fi through the generator. And I don't have to walk around the front yard with the cell phone trying to get a signal. It was insane. It was insane. Yeah, even this morning the cell phone signals were still just terrible. I assume everyone in the city is out of power, so everyone's trying to use their cell phone, and the cell phone towers probably had damage as well that's not repaired yet. And it's just so slow trying to connect. People would message me on Discord. And I wasn't ignoring anyone's message. Eventually the phone would connect and the Discord message would come through, and I'd read it, and I'd try to respond to the message on Discord, and it would be connecting for 5-6 minutes, and it just wouldn't send the message because it couldn't get a strong enough signal. But yeah, but I did manage to get a login each day to keep my login streak alive, collect my login rewards for Brave Exvius. For these kind of things, these kind of appreciation tickets. And if you've been watching the polls, I assume you have been, these polls were not good. Like, 5 years of playing this game, even going through like extremes to keep my login days going. I got the maximum amount of tickets. I got all 15 tickets, and it was just trash. Absolute trash. These polls were complete garbage. No Neos whatsoever. I kind of spoiled that, I guess. Whoops. But, yeah. Just nothing. Like, thank you for playing for 5 years. Here's a bunch of golds and some trashy rainbows. Like, it's been very disappointing. And, I did read the news. I know that Gumi once again skipped our unit upgrades. Terra did not get her upgrades. Locke didn't get the upgrades. Shadow still doesn't have his upgrades. We skipped basically everything other than the crowns, which Global apparently did not update the crown system. It's still trash like it is in JP. So, I mean, no, that is on a limb, the JP devs. That they made the crown system trash on their own. It's not that it's bad specifically, it's that the crowns are too rare. And Global apparently is not fixing that. 1 crown per month is just absurd. Of course, they become more common later, but still, they're still way too rare to actually use in the JP server. I have not used a single crown on the JP server. And Global didn't fix that. It's extremely sad. And, I was already miserable with the heat, and I was doing these summons. When I could get a signal, I was doing my summons, and just... these summons going poorly did not improve my mood at all. But as far as like Dark Visions and stuff goes, I'm going to try to do some Dark Visions videos. They probably won't be as detailed. I won't put as many videos out. Like, I usually do like, 3 or 4 videos per boss and the final bosses for like budget runs and stuff. But it's so hot. It is so hot in my office with where my computer is. And I just cannot sit here for an extended period of time doing multiple videos for Dark Visions until I get my main power back, which could potentially still be up to a week away. I don't know. Or it could be today. It could be later today. It's... the power companies don't really tell you when they're going to fix it. Like, oh, we're working on it. That's the most information you can get from them. But they are working on it. When I drive around, I do see all the trucks working on the poles. There were so many like power poles that were just snapped in half, blown over by the wind. I think they said it was like 180 miles per hour wind from this hurricane in some areas, which is insane. It is insane. It was literally like ripping trees from the ground and throwing them. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I was gonna do this Neovisions pool as well. I decided not to during this video because I was like, oh, I'll wait till a new unit's in the pool that I really care about for a better chance. But then I changed my mind the next day and did the pull. So this Neovisions pull you see here was Royal Puppeteer Aphmau, just FYI. Not really anything exciting. I already had her. Now I have another of her. She's not EX2 yet. But yeah, so there was my pulls. There's a quick update video on my status. Once I get primary power to my house, like the actual power, and I can turn on the air conditioning. Oh my God, please give me air conditioning. It is so hot. Once I get some air conditioning, then I can really sit at my computer and relax and plan some more videos. So if that happens in the next day or two, I'll try to get some multiple Dark Visions videos out. But for now, I'm going to do just some quick videos and get those out there. So look for them hopefully today. But it depends, of course, the power lines or the internet could go down again. I hope it doesn't. But if it does, then of course I can't really do anything about that. But yeah, so there is an update about what's been going on for me. And there is my appreciation polls, and I did not feel appreciated with those trash garbage polls. No Neovisions whatsoever the entire time. Yeah, I was 150 polls, plus the free weekly, plus some EX tickets, and I got nothing from the whole thing. Did not improve my mood during the storm. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to the next video, so I will see you a bit later.